All right, we're at the Illecillewaet Campground, and there's quite a few walking trails to go on.
What campground?
Illecillewaet?
No.
No?
No.
What's it called?
Illecillewaet.
Illecillewaet.
Yes.
Oh, well, I've been getting it wrong in all of my videos. It's excellent. Okay, well, we're at that campground.
What campground?
That campground. There's quite a few walking trails. And there's a little bit of history about the area as well. So we'll try and run through all of that as we're going along.
We are on the way.
All right, so as you can see from this sign behind me, there's quite a few trails. They're marked as green, blue, and black based on the difficulty. So green is the easiest, blue is the next one up, which is at about Jaynee and my level at our maximum. And then there's the black ones for the really young and fit and healthy people that, you know, want a bit more of a challenge. All right, so the first trail we're doing is Meeting of the Waters. It's a green trail, so nice and easy. All right, so this bridge behind me is part of the old railway system, which was constructed in 1885. And there's a bit of a story behind this, which we'll get into a bit later on in the video. So as you can see, the Meeting of the Waters trail is very easy. It just follows the river. So we're going uphill steadily, but at a very shallow slope. So it's nice and easy to walk along. All right, so this is Meeting of the Waters. So you've got two rivers, one on the left, one on the right. And it's really picturesque and set up nicely for having a picnic or something like that. So we were lucky enough to find two chairs that were empty, so we can sit here for a little bit and enjoy the view. Now the trails are well marked. They have signposts on every juncture. The signposts are also colour coordinated, so you can tell whether or not you're going to go somewhere that you shouldn't. All right, sorry, this is the educational part of the video. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's this like mossy stuff growing in the tree. Now the caribou eat this. This is what they like. And with deforestation, there is less and less of this available for the caribou. So the caribou populations are starting to drop in this area. Now, of course, there's all sorts of interesting things which are just off the trail if you keep your eyes open. This one here is probably somewhere where wild animals come in and spend the evening. This is bear country, so you have to be a little bit careful about what you've got in your pockets. You don't want to have something that's you want to snack on and inadvertently makes it that a bear wants to snack on you. So probably best to not take too many unsealed products with you while you're walking through bear country. So this is the trailhead for the Great Glacier Walk, which Jaynee and I did yesterday. So the Great Glacier Trail is a 4.2 kilometre walk from here. Sorry, it's a 4.5 kilometre walk from here. And like I said, we did that yesterday. Now the Great Glacier Walk is actually a blue trail. It's relatively easy up until about the last 800 metres, and then it gets very steep and the footing becomes very loose. Now there's a very small trail right beside the old railway line, and it just goes around the old chateau that was built here in 1885 when the railway was put through. Now the chateau, all that's left is the concrete foundations. Every now and again you still get bears coming down into this area, and on the other side of the trail there is where there's a tent put up for people to put down their sightings of any brown bears or grizzly bears or anything like that, where they saw them, how many there were, how far away they were, that sort of thing. Now the chateau at its peak was basically like a unbelievably flash place for people to go. They would come up on the train would stop here, they would all get out here, It started off, they would stop and have lunch and then carry on their journey, but then over time it ended up being a massive building with overnight stays, billiard tables, restaurants, and Swiss guides that would be able to take people up to the glaciers and the mountains. And of course there's still the remnants of the steam boiler that heated the chateau in the basement. So in its heyday, the chateau extended all the way up through this valley, right up to the edge of the tree line. And so here's a little story about Glacier House, and you can pause the video now if you want to read it. Alright, so the next trail we're going on is actually the old railway bed, which runs up from the bottom of the base of the mountains and runs through this area and carries on along there and goes across the bridge that you saw earlier. We've been on 3 trails today, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. So long as we don't get eaten by a bear in the next 1,000 meters or so, we should be fine. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Watch out for the second video in this series as Brent and Jaynee walk the 1885 trail, which is part 2 of this day of hiking.